Yeah, he's the anti-politician.
He's the anti, and so that's why that's why so many people, and that's why you see, especially now with working class African American men, Hispanic men, stuff like that. That's why you see so many gravitating, because exactly what you just said. Over 40 years, I've been getting screwed, and they have been the ones that screw me. And at the end of the day, because they hate him, I like him, me and others, but I like him because the people who have been screwing me the most, Republicans and Democrats, hate this guy's guts.
And let me throw this in here again. This is just full context, because he becomes, in a sense, I'll say the anti-hero because of it, because he's the anti-politician. So I absolutely understand where that love and fervor come. I also think what happens is, again, because of belief and emotions, I think sometimes you undermine the risk of him being extreme in how he moves. Like he ends up fighting the system, as you're saying. Like that's a real thing as well. I think sometimes you underplay the risk of the rhetoric that he used in reference to, the position on the Constitution. And
I put it to you like this: if you collected comic books growing up, and especially Marvel comic books, in DC comic books, the villains were really villains. Like they were evil people. In Marvel, the villains tended to be a little bit, hey, I can kind of go with this dude a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of the similar thing with Trump. Scarface, if you watch the movie Scarface, you're rooting for Tony Montana until he stabs his friend, until he stabs his boy. Up until that point, you want him to live and live a long life, no matter how bad he was.
I'm just saying he's at risk of stabbing his boy. He ain't done it yet. But I'm just saying, act like the risk ain't there is crazy. Shelley, I know you got to go. This is our first one. We're going to do these a couple times a month, Shelley, because I think it's worth it.
I'm in.
Thank you.
I'll see you later. Emille, God bless you, brother. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Shelley. You
good
take care, bro.
Today.
Yes, sir.
Emille, I'll let you close us out, brother. Thank you for coming on today.
Right. No, so politically conscious, what we're doing here, Montoya, it's not groundbreaking, but it is rare and still necessary. And the reason why I say that is because I don't like sound bites. I can't stand them. And I don't watch the news. I read the news because of it, because they want me to believe that this 12-second snippet of words is somehow important. So I'm going to spend time. I'm very naturally long-winded because I have a lot to say. I will do my best to be disciplined on the show, but I'm going to unpack what I see and what I know.
That's why I got
I'm going to lay it out, and I'm not going to agree because I am far too radical for both sides to agree with me. I do lean one way, but the reason why I lean one way is because I'm always looking at who's going to do the least harm to the most people versus who's going to do the best for the most people, because I don't believe either of these parties really wants to do the best for the most. I say, this is me, who's doing the least harm, because when I look at people who are disabled, when I look at Black, when I look at women, when I look at all these different people who have been marginalized according to how the system works, we need conversations that are nuanced to address those issues, to address the issues of the people who don't normally have their voices heard or their issues looked at from their lens. So although I'm not a lot of those things, I am willing to do the work to at least unpack what I see in those nuances, because it's too important to leave to a 12-second soundbite. So politically conscious is my jam. I'm here for these longer conversations. I'm here to do my part to elevate